Marketing at Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, Kolkata campus. She earned her PhD from Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee. Prior to this, she has worked as an assistant professor and program leader in Amity School of Business at Amity University, Noida campus, Delhi. Her research interests are in the area of marketing management and information systems such as social media marketing, sustainability, digital marketing, mobile marketing, consumer brand relationships, etc. Her work on these topics has been published in a range of leading academic journals, including Journal of Business Research, International Journal of Information Planning, Journal of Brand Management, Asia Pacific Journal of Marketing and Logistics, Marketing Intelligence and Planning, and many more. Dr. Kamboj has to her credit research papers as well as chapters in ABDC, SSCI, ESCI, and Scopus Index journals or edited books. She is a recipient of ADMA Best Researcher Award with ADMA ASB Research Award by Amity Directorate of Management and Allied Areas at 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th ADMA in the year 2017 and 18 consecutively, sponsored by Amity University Noida and Amity Directorate of Management and Allied Areas, Noida and ADMA. Besides being an reviewer panel of reputed journals of Science Direct, Elsevier, Emerald, Springer, Taylor, and Francis, IGI Global, Indus Science, and Wiley, she has also reviewed research papers submitted in several international conferences in USA, UK, Italy, Spain, Turkey, and Greece. Ma'am, it is indeed a pleasure to have you with us today. I now request you to take us through the topic Integrating Case Study Approach in Curriculum Development. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much to introduce me in such a wonderful way. So, just let me share my PPT first so that I can just start with the session.
Ma'am, ma'am,
Yes,
can
yes,
you?
please,
Yes.
please continue.
Okay.
So, I share my screen. Is that visible? I share my
Ye-
PPT.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We
All
can see
right,
your
all
screen.
right. Okay. So, the topic for today's discussion is how do you integrate case study, that is case study, teaching case study approach in the curriculum development. So first, we'll discuss a few basic about what the case study is about, how many types of case studies are there. A little bit we'll discuss. Then we'll come back to you can see the process to integrate. Like how do you integrate that? You can see the teaching approach in the curriculum. Specifically, if you are developing a curriculum, if you're designing a particular course, so how do you integrate that? So what are the different sources which you can just integrate as a part of you can say the curriculum development. So case study, the literal meaning of case study, as we all know, that's a tool to facilitate learning. Learning in terms of you can say the student learning. They come to know about the real, you can say the realistic problems, like what the problem is all about. They started with the analysis, had their own analytical skills. They just start applying their analytical skills. Maybe you can say the thinking in terms of communication, in terms of you can say they come up with the different sort of solution. So it's all about you can say the real world situation. How do they analyze the real world situation? So once we talk about you can say the case study, it can be of two different types, like the teaching case study and the research based case study. So you can say the topic of our discussion is confined to the teaching case study, like how you can just incorporate those case study in the curriculum development. Because from student perspective, you can say the teaching case study are of you can say the much important. So we'll discuss a few things about like how do you differentiate, how do you come to know like this is a teaching case study or a research based case study. So I also have a one, you can say, the introductory slide for that too, so that you can differentiate easily. So it's all about the narrative story, like how you just try to compile the different facts and figures that's about a real world situations, and again that story confined to the relevant information about, you can say, realistic situation. So situation must be the realistic. That must be the practical one. That must confine to the practice. So it facilitates student experience basically. Once we talk about how do you integrate the case study, you can say the teaching approach of the case study in the curriculum development. So it's all about the student experience. They start experiencing, you can say, the new way of learning. Like you can engage your students with the case studies, specifically you can say through the class discussion. Sometimes just try to, you can say, integrate as a part of, you can say, the assignments. They start, you can say, preparing in terms of assignments, and you can also integrate, you can say, these case study in terms of, you can say, the their examinations too. So that's about how do they experiencing in terms of, you can say, the different things. Like once they just have the solution in terms of assignment, once they just try to be, you can say, engaging as a public, you can say, the presentation as a part of class presentation, maybe a class discussion, or if it is a part of the examination. So how do they, you can say, experiencing the thing. So that's about, you can say, the student experience. It's all about the student experience, and it's specifically about, you can say, from the student perspective. If we talk about a case, so that's about how do they just tease out, they just try to find out the key component. So it's about, you can say, the story, but again you can say that story should not be the straightforward. It's a kind of, you can say, some messiness you just try to, you can say, incorporate as a part of teaching case study. Once we talk about the teaching case study, how to write a teaching case study. So during the writing, you can say the focus is to just lay down, you can say, to come up with the facts and figure, to jordan down those things in terms of story. But you can say the problem is not highlighted straightforwardly. That's why it is, you can say, it is something which facilitate the, you can say, the analytical skills, thinking, or you can say the other sort of skills on the, you can say, part of the student. So this is how they just try to bring out the key component, like what are the important component of particular, you can say, the teaching case. So that's specifically, you just try to find out from the student perspective. They just try to find out pertinent from peripheral. That is, you can say, the relevant from, you can say, a lot of, you can say, the description, a relevant facts and figure from the, you can say, the story, the particular, you can say, the narrative that present as a part of, you can say, teaching case. They just try to identify problem, but the problem, you can say, that is defined in terms of case. Try to relate that problem in terms of, you can say, the different theoretical concept, maybe you can say the managerial framework, if it is, you can say, confined to some managerial, or you can say the practical sort of solutions also. And time and again they just try to come up with their own solution. So that's why, yeah, this is how they just try to define, identify. And identification is not just sufficient, they need to define also. Define in terms of its context. What is the context all about? How do they just relate a particular case with a particular, you can say, the concept, maybe a theory. So the course, you can say, you are just teaching as a teacher, and you can say the case you want to just, you can say, incorporate as a part of that case. So for every concept, you need to just identify, like you can say, there can be a case that can be, you can say, relate to the multiple, you can say, the context that can be related to the multiple, you can say, the concepts. So you need to be very very specific, like what concept you want to just teach inside your class, and that particular case is just suited for that particular concept or not. So that you need to just, you can say, need to have a match making in between these two things. So that's about the definition. How do you define? Then it's all about identify a set of possible solutions. So case is not always, you can say, confined to a single sort of solution. It's not, you can say, that kind of thing. Like you had a problem and you come up with one, you can say, sort of solution. There can be the multiple solution in one particular case context. So the best possible solution that can only, you can say, try to identify, be a teacher or maybe you can say a group of students, you just try to identify through the discussion, or maybe you can say via just having the several arguments, or you can say maybe through the debate. So that can be debatable also. So you can say few of the student can be in favor, another can be against the particular, you can say the solution. So you need to just come up with the, you can say the best, or you can say the possible solution. So it's all about, you can say, the strategies, and you can say the recommendation for the action. Like the strategies, you can say maybe you can say the strategies you are just formulating, what sort of strategy you are just preparing as a part of, you can say, the teaching note, the teaching note that you can say attached to the case study teaching approach, and the recommendation student, what suggestions they are just making for that particular problem. So that's about, you can say, the strategy to prepare for the case. So it's about the preparation strategy, it's about the suggestions, but suggestions you are offering, and it's all about the decision making. So this is something, you can say, which formulate the decision implementing the results. And again, you just try to, you can say, confront the obstacles to implement. So there can be several, you can say, the hurdles to execute the one particular case study. So with the help of, you can say, you can say that you can say the case study teaching approach, you just try to, you can say, overcome those, you can say, the obstacles. Every time you just try to find out what can be the challenges, what can be the problems, how do you, you can say, settle down to those problems while executing, while implementing that case study. So once we talk about the case studies, it can be of two types. One can be like teaching specific cases we are talking here. So teaching case study can be the retrospective or the narrative one. That's just confined to, you can say, a story type, or you can say the history of problem will be highlighted, and the student, they just try to, you can say, identify the alternate solutions. They just analyze straightforwardly that story and come up with the possible solutions. Another can be for the managerial, you can say, students, those who are just confined to, you can say, the commerce or management specific cases. So there you can just incorporate these type of cases, teaching cases, decision forcing cases. So this is altogether, you can say, the different from the narrative one. Here you just try to, you can say, forcing your student, you just try to engage your student. So this is one of the, you can say, the engaging tool. How do you engage your student inside the class, maybe online classroom, or maybe the offline, or maybe if the scenario is like the hybrid classrooms are there. So this is something with the help of which you can say, easily, you can say, engage your student. So you can say, this is, you can say, one of the way to identify, with the help of which, you can say, they can identify and they come up with the possible solutions. That's about the decision forcing we are talking here, the decision forcing teaching cases. So that is for, that is from the student perspective we are discussing. So this decision forcing is widely, you can say, applicable in terms of, you can say, the commerce and management is, you can say, the courses in terms of these schools. So most of the time, you can say, we are integrating, you can say, these type of case studies in the curriculum development. So that's a part of, you can say, these type of courses. Like how do you integrate these, you can say, these type, how do you integrate the knowledge in terms of these type of case, you can say, courses. And apart from this, you can say, two types. The cases is all about, you can say, which just try to focus on the different issues. Like what are the different issues? Maybe you can say the realistic, in terms of realistic problems, or maybe sometime from the managerial perspective. What can be the different issues? Some cases can be, they just try to, you can say, illustrate the different factors, like what are the different factors that just going to affect a particular situation. So you need to just highlight the different factors. So it's all about, you can say, a reflection of theoretical framework. That's very important. Like as I already explained you need to just match your, you can say, particular case with the, you can say, the context of the case with the, you can say, the you can say the you can say, the concept you want to just teach, right? So there should be a matchmaking between these two. case and the you can say the concept. So that's about the theoretical framework we are talking here. Like what are the theoretical frameworks? You are you can say try to you can say you just try to showcase in front of the student. So that will be the student learning outcome. So that's a part of the student learning outcome. So at the end of you can say the case study, once they start discussing, they come up with the solution. So they just try to find out you can say the theoretical framework, like which theory or which concept they can just relate to a particular case. So it's about you can say disciplinary assumptions. Sometimes there can be some you can say the assumptions also, because if you are using there is again you can say an ambiguity in terms of you can say the integration of the case study, like what sort of cases you need to just integrate as a part of your curriculum. Maybe old cases, or it may be very very new kind of cases you need to integrate, or it may be a mixture of you can say these two. So you can say from that perspective you need to see like old cases also have their own importance. So you need to just try with the old cases also. There is one of the very you can say the you can say one of the article that is published in the Harvard. They just focus on you need to have a balance in terms of you can say integration. Once it comes to the you can say integration, how do you integrate in the you can say in your curriculum the different you can say the teaching case based cases. So you need to just focus on you can say the both. You need to have a few cases that is very you can say the pioneered cases that are very you can say the relevant one, the old one. And time and again you may find out there can be some you can say the updation also. There can be some you can say the updated facts and figures with respect to you can say those cases. So these old cases are updated and they just come up with the different series also. So you can just go for the sequential cases also, like started with the very old one, then come up to the another series that you can say comes to the after the pioneered one. So this is how you can just set a link in terms of you can say the different you can say the disciplinary assumptions. So there can be some assumptions and principles, you can say the theoretical principles that can be a base for a case. And this is all based on realistic you can say the situation, like what are the complexities, what are the real you can say realistic situation is, what sort of solution you are looking as a part of that. So a case for teaching is altogether different from the research case. As I already explained you, there are two different type of cases. There can be the teaching case also, there can be the research case also. So from the student perspective, once we talk about you can say what sort of cases you need to integrate into the curriculum, that's definitely you need to go for you can say the cases for teaching. So it's about the cases for teaching. So these kind of cases, you can say the intention in terms of these kind of cases will be, you can say to reveal, to demonstrate and refine disciplinary theory. You need to align your theory, your theoretical concept in terms of a particular case. Like what case you are integrating into your course is that you can say aligned to the you can say the theoretical concept that's a part of your curriculum only, right? So that must justify the theoretical concept. As I already explained you, one single case can confine to the several you can say the concept. So you can have a particular case that can be applied to the strategy also, that can be applied to the management also, that can be applied to the marketing also. And if there are some other perspective maybe from human resource management, so that can applicable to that also, right? So you need to make a balance in terms of you can say you can say the concept you want to teach and particular case you are using for the same, right? So that's about the case for teaching we are talking here. So case for teaching is you can say they are the one that's confined to the you can say just tells the story, what happened, who was involved, what they contented with, and sometimes how it came out. So it's all about you can say the storytelling in terms of these things. Whereas once we talk about the research cases, so they are the substantial analysis, research cases. So you try to involve in terms of you can say the thorough analysis, in terms of you can say the research based analysis, in depth analysis, right? So you can say the research cases not every time, or you can say they are not at all, they just confined to the decision making kind of things. So that's just a deeper analysis. With the facts and figure, you had some facts and figure, you just try to analyze, you come up with some, you can say the solutions, like what can be the solutions you are looking as a part of that. So that can be you can say the research based case context. Further, once we talk about the teaching and the research cases, so teaching cases, you can say most of the time they require a distinctive literary style. That's about, you can say, choices of your words, you can say the language you are using, that should be very, very specific. And you need not to describe everything very straightforwardly. Rather, it's a, you can say, kind of a, you can say, you can say the words you are choosing. You are playing with the words, you are just using the different words, then you come up with some story, you just try to connect that story, what is happened, how it is happened. So it's all about, you can say, how do you just presenting, you can say, all those things in a literary style. And again, in terms of teaching cases, once you just start writing those cases, so you need to have a hook in terms of, you can say, that's the main thing, which will be just aligning the different, you can say, the sequences of the particular teaching case, right? So you had a different, you can say, different situation, the multiple situation. Maybe if it is you can say the company specific case, if it is confined to a, you can say, corporate setting. So you need to come up with the different, you can say, the situations, and the different situation you need to just hooked up, you can say, together. Like that's about, you can say, how do you jordan down the different, you can say, the situations as the part of a case, maybe with the help of some facts, maybe with the help of some figures, or maybe with the help of some, you can say, the information, statistical information, other qualitative, quantitative information. So that's about, you can say, how do you just you can say, have a teaching cases. And again, hook is not immediately apparent but discovered by student. So that's a way of, you can say, writing the teaching cases. So you need to just incorporate those kind of cases, they are the best cases where you just trying to where you just try to engage your student to find out, like, what the connection is all about in terms of problem. So the problem is not, you can say, you can say, very straightforwardly, you can say, explained. Rather, they need to just find out, like, the case is related to what concept, maybe related to what theory, or maybe, you can say, they need to just understand, right? So once they have the complete, you can say, the you can say, the reading of the case, sometime the rereading of the case, then they only come to the, you can say, then they only come to know, like, how the case is connected to the concept, or maybe you can say, the particular theory they want to just study. So that's about, how do you just have a, you can say, the teaching case or the research based case. So teaching case always, you can say, they are just connected to a particular concept, theory, or you can say a particular methodology. So that is how you can just identify, is that a teaching case or a research based case. And teaching case, they are try to reflect you the ambiguity of the situation. Like, they are not straightforward, as already explained you. They are just connected to the hook in the, you can say, the different type of situation, based on the different sort of situation, and then at the end you just try to jordan down all those situations together. So that's about the ambiguity of the situation. And research cases, whereas they are more methodological, a specific methodology you had the qualitative data, you have quantitative data with you, and you just try to, you can say, support the research finding with the help of your methodology. So whatever methodology, whatever, you can say, the methods you are applying, maybe qualitative, quantitative, so you just try to support your finding at the end of the, yeah, you can say, the case, research based case, you just try to present some solution. And these research based case study, they are not confined to the teaching notes, you can say. That is again one of the way, how do you just identify, is that the teaching cases or the research based cases. So they are not just confined to those teaching cases, you may not find out that teaching note. So teaching note are the, not for the, you can say, for your students. That's the learning outcome for your students. How do they have the learning in terms of, you can say, the teaching notes. So you can say, how the case study work in education. Now we discuss a few basic about like what is the case study, how do you differentiate, is that the teaching one or the research one. Now the next thing, how this case study you can say the best suited in the education, or how do you just have the case study you can say that will fit it well in terms of education. So teaching cases, once we talk about the teaching case, so they just try to provide the exposure to your student, you can say in terms of real world solutions, like what are the real world problem, what can be the best possible solution. So they are just based on you can say the contingent situations, like if this is happened, so what can be the solution. So they just try to come up with their you can say the reasonings, their logical thinking, their you can say analytical skills. They just try to develop communication skills based on that. A lot of skills can be you can say developed. So that is the one sort of solution, you can say the exposure student getting. Another thing is you can say the preparation of the argument. So in terms of education, once you try to incorporate you can say the case study in the you can say the education in terms of your curriculum, so they just try to you can say come up with the argument that can be debatable, that can be you can say the cross checked by you can say the counter student. And they just come up with the you can say as a part of maybe debate, maybe discussion in a classroom session, or sometime you can say you had that case study in terms of assignment or examination. So that is how you can just have a case study in terms of education, how you just incorporate that in terms of education. So case study note, definitely with the teaching case studies, you had some teaching notes. At the end of the case study, yeah, you can say there will be some open-ended questions that are open to be, you can say open to be discussed by your students. So that is known as the teaching note. So teaching note, you can say yeah, that again you can say will be based on some theoretical and managerial frameworks. So you need to just align those teaching notes. You need to have some questions that are you can say directly related to the you can say the theory or the concept you discuss inside your class, or they will be related to the you can say the practical you can say the different practices, the managerial perspective with respect to you can say a particular you can say the concept you discuss inside your class. So that's about you can say how do you set a link in terms of you can say course content and case situation. Like what the situation discussed in the case and what is the course you can say the content of the course you want to just teach in terms of case. So again teaching cases. How do you just identify like this is the you can say the best teaching case which you need to just integrate as a part of your curriculum. So they must be in narrative style in a story, you can say in terms of story, not in terms of you can say the research based article. So they must be in terms of story, different facts and figures should be there. They must be the updated one, and you can say they just connected in such a way so at the end you just you can say invite your student, you just engage your student for you can say the discussion, or maybe you need to have some you can say debate over you can say the situation, what is the realistic situation you can say to which the case is confined to. And again in terms of teaching cases, if you want to plan to write these kind of you can say the teaching cases, so you must have you can say the classroom testing. First you need to have a case, you need to be just test inside your own class. If your class students are you can say the competent enough to understand that case, they can just relate you can say the case to the concept. They can just you can say learn something out of the case in terms of theoretical concept, in terms of managerial framework. Then only you can say it will come to the you can say the evaluation part in terms of you can say the great teaching case. And again it should be the objective one. So you can say the case can have the different you can say the solutions. You may have the different sort of solution, but again you can say the you can say the every solution, whatever solution you had, so there should be something where you just try to you can say outline your you can say the theoretical concept. So objectivity in terms of you can say the theory you want to just highlight, you can say the concepts you want to highlight in terms of you can say the case. So it should not be like that one particular case you just integrate inside your curriculum. You just engage your student, you invite your student to discuss that, and one student is saying that this is related to that theory or that concept in study, and another student is arguing that no, it is not related to that. We can just relate in that context, right? So objectivity should be there. in terms of, you can say, the case and the content. You can say the curriculum content. Then objectives of publication, the teaching case, whatever teaching case you are writing. So this is from the writing perspective. If you are you can say you are planning to write some teaching case, so you can say they must fit to the objectives of the publication. Like wherever you want to publish, so there are some option at the end. We will just discuss a few options for the same also, like yeah, from where you can just integrate cases into your curriculum, and if be a teacher, you just plan to writing these kind of cases, so where you can just have the publication. So from the publication perspective, you need to see the objectives. What are the publishers objective, what kind of cases they invited. They are invited for the teaching cases. Some publishers are like that, they are invited for the research based cases, so accordingly you need to just go for that. So teaching cases, they confine to the teaching notes. So if you are just publishing, you can say the one sort of, you can say the case study at you can say you can say the platform where it is not suitable for that case. So the chances of publication will be very very good. Okay, so you need to have the you can say knowledge in terms of that also, where you can just publish which sort of, you can say, the case. And again, it facilitate, you can say, the learning outcome on the part of student. They start learning because you can say in the classroom, you can say you can say not every student is that type that they are just interested to learn the theories only, or just to understand the concept. They want the examples, they want the you can say the engagement in terms of how do you relating the you can say the case with the content, the curriculum content or the course content. So in terms of that, you can say if the student is of that type, so this will just making you can say this will something by integrating you can say the case study into the curriculum, you can facilitate, you can say the you can say the learning outcome, the relevant learning outcome. So they start taking interest, they learn you can say practically, they try to understand the things practically. So this is for the teaching, you can say the cases. If the case study is of teaching type, so you can say you need to have some teaching notes, and teaching notes must confine to these you can say criteria. Like at the end, you need to define in terms of your teaching notes learning objectives. Learning objectives, like these are for the you can say the student learning outcomes. At the end of the case, once they you can say they read out the case, once they reread the case, so they start with the discussion, they start debating the things, they come up with the argument. So what are the things yeah, you can say which will be the part of the you can say the learning outcomes. That's about the learning objectives we are talking here. And again, it must suggest some class time and broken down by topics. So that's very important. You need to have you can say the breakage of the topics along with the you can say the class time you are devoting with your student. Then it must suggest some student assignments. In terms of student assignment, like what can be the different things that can be the part of the student assignment, they can be yeah, you can say incorporate as a part of these teaching notes. And in description, you had some opening and closing you can say the things along with the case synopsis. That's about the crux of the case, what the case is all about. Discussion question will be there, sample answers will be there, like what can be the possible answers which you are look forward from the side of the student. Similarly, they are also suggesting in terms of some supporting materials, like few videos related to the context of the case, then reading reference material, worksheets. Target audience, even they are suggesting who are the target audience, the PG student, the UG student, or the PhD student, or it's a mixture of both, or whosoever can be the target audience. And they are also updated one. So teaching note, if you come up with the sequencing kind of you can say the case studies, as I've just already explained, so in that case you can say these must be the updated one, updated bhi hona chahiye. So let us see one you can say one of the sample format for the same. How do you just come across all these kind of things, how do they just guide to you can say all these kind of things. So for the same, I have you can say one of the case study. I just try to showcase you, like how do you just circulate the case study related with the course content, and how do you just find out all these things in terms of teaching notes. Let me just stop my presentation here. Just open up the case study PDF very quickly.
Ma'am,
Yes, yes, yes. Please continue.
ma'am,
Meanwhile, yes. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, so please go ahead.
ma'am, there are no questions as such in the chat box. I just want to ask the participants if anybody has any questions, you can please raise your hands. We will, if by chance you don't have the access to unmute yourself, we will give you the access. Also, you can put up the message questions in the chat box. We will read it out for the speaker. Thank you.
Okay. So let me share first of all the case study, one of the case studies. Then I'll just try to showcase the teaching, like how the teaching works and what things you just look for as a part of the teaching work. So I share my screen. Is that visible? Is that visible at your end? One of the
Yes,
PDF I
ma'am.
just
Yes,
shared.
ma'am. We can see the
All right.
screen, but maybe the font size is a little small. You
All
can,
right. All right. So I'll just increasing the font size. Now is that fine?
yes, ma'am.
Right. So this is one of the case study. This is published in Ivy Publishing House, one of the renowned, you can say, the publishing house. So you can see this is one of the case study on the India's first electric hypercar. So you can see the case study. This is teaching case study, the teaching based case study, and this is just confined to you can say the number of pages like up to the page number 6. After that, there are some you can see the tables, the different exhibits for the analysis purpose that you can just you can say allow your student to analyze. And at the end, there are some end notes like what are the different references they use to you can say while preparing this case study. Now, just let me bring you very quickly in the teaching notes in terms of this case study teaching notes. So this is the teaching note which you can have along with the you can say the case study itself. So that's for the instructor. If you just register as an instructor, you can say for this you can say the on the particular you can say the platform where you just try to have the access in terms of the case study. So they will just provide you can say in terms of resources the teaching notes also to the teachers, to the instructor. So in terms of teaching notes, what we are discussing, like yeah, there should be the learning objectives. So these are the learning objectives. They have just clearly highlighted in terms of teaching notes. Like what are the learning objective in terms of student out? You can say the learning outcomes. Then they just try to position the course. There they just try to highlight this is best suited for you can say which kind of students. Like here they just written very clearly case is intended for UG and you can say the graduate level courses, and specifically for the courses like international marketing and marketing management, strategic marketing. So if you have that kind of you can say the courses, so you can just enroll a few concepts with the help of this course. You can say the case. Then they also suggest few readings that is very relevant in context of this case. So you can just assign these readings to your student as a part of assignment. Like they need to just have a reading. You can say before the case discussion, before they start, you can say debating over the case. And apart from the readings, there are some videos are also suggested. That is you can say the 3 videos they suggest with the proper link, like how do you analyze in terms of you can say these videos. So they are all connected to the you can say the you can say the situation they just try to describe, and again you can say the assignment questions the student supposed to discuss. So these are the few questions. So you can have the your own questions that's a part of teaching note, or sometimes you can just have your own questions also, apart from whatever you can say provided in the teaching notes. So that is again one of the way how do you just have a discussion. So sometimes if you feel that the case is very very relevant, you can say in context of your course, and you want to just have few specific questions, because you can say one or two, you can say the concept are you can say betterly explained with that case. But if you feel that there are few concepts which are not you can say covered inside that case, so you can have you can say your own questions also, in spite of just solely rely on you can say whatever assignment questions are provided in the teaching note. Okay. So that is again one of the way the instructor can have the one or two his or her questions also. So sometime, because this is again one of the best practice, I'm always every time you can say distributing the case inside my class. So I just try to have you can say you can say more than you can say most of the time I just go with the 50% of question I just try to incorporate from my own side, because you can say the one case can be used for you can say more than one concept, as I already explained you. So if there is some you can say somebody, if there are some instructor who already use the case in you can say some other course, maybe you can say the same case as they explained that can be used with the strategic marketing also, international marketing also, and marketing management also. So if somebody already uses the case in some other course, if you just proceed with the same question, so student will be hardly you can say understand. So they will not in a situation to analyze, like in terms of concept, in terms of you can see the learning outcomes. So they just start blaming the instructor, like this case we already read inside the class, right? So this is again one of the way how do you just bring the you can say you can say the change in context of you can see the case by relating it with your own course. So try to have at least two or three questions from your own you can say course side. And this is about the teaching plan what we are discussing. So if you just go with the you can say the best cases, best teaching cases that are published either in Harvard or maybe in Ivy or some other you can say the renowned publishers. So they just come up with the teaching plan also. They in terms of teaching notes, they just try to describe you like how do you devote you can say the 1 hour or maybe 2 hours you can say the class time you can say in terms of kids. So this is confined to 75 minutes of you can say learning session. Like how do you introduce the case, then how much time you need to devote for the different you can say the questions. There are 5 questions in the case, and for the conclusion you need to have the 5 minutes. So you can ask from your student to have the introduction, to have the conclusion within 5 minutes. Then they can just go with the you can say the discussion of the question. And in terms of teaching note, they also you can say provide you you can say the question, you can say along with the solution itself. So that's about the question, and they just try to relate in terms of concept, theory, which concept and theory you can just relate in terms of the cases. So that is for the you can say the instructor. For the you can say the faculty perspective, they can have this solution, but you need not to just disclose in front of your student. You can just invite you can say their discussion. You can ask for their debate. They need to have their own debate over the you can say the topics. Then at the end when you had the number of solution, when you can say you feel that the time is almost completed for whatever you can say describe in terms of you can say the teaching you can say the session time. So they already define the time, like it's a teaching plan that is confined to 75 minutes. So if you feel that there is 15 minutes that is passes for question number 1, so maybe after the 10 minutes or 12 minutes you can just conclude in terms of you can say these key points. So that's a you can say the conclusion. That's a brief synopsis come from the side of the instructor. Be an instructor. How do you just you can say engage these things? So that's about you can say the differentiation in terms of teaching and the research based case. We were talking as a part of the presentation. So in research based case, that is just confined to you can say particular case based situation. There will be no teaching notes. There will be no you can say the discussion questions in that. So you need to be very, very specific, like what sort of case you are just using as a part of your curriculum. So this is very important. So once be an instructor, you just try to incorporate the cases. These are the important, you can say the learning outcome. Like you can refine the analytical skills of your student with the help of case. They start analyzing the things. They just try to have the different perspective for the, you can say maybe if you just come up with a number of cases, one case, two case, then the multiple cases at the end of the course. So definitely their skills will be improved. It's a you can say it's a sort of a public presentation. It's a platform where you just engaging your student through the public presentation. So if it is a context of offline, you can say the classroom, or maybe you can say the context of online or a hybrid kind of you can say the classroom environment. So you can have you can say the public presentation, and they can understand the difficulty of you can say the journalism, like how to you can say collecting the things, how to preparing the things, how to distributing, how to have the discussion over you can say the different facts and figure that can find to the case study. So these kind of thing can be you can say understandable. And active listening skills, yes, the case will impart the listening skills also, because at the one time there will be you can say the one student who will be come up with his or her you can say the solution in terms of decision making. Then you need to invite other student who have the debate, or you can say the cross argument over that. So that is how they will be actively you can say the others will be actively listen, so that they can have the cross arguments. And it's a practice of journalism. So you can say you can practically applying the things, how to collecting the information out of the case, how to find out the particular hook, how to just have the key concept as a part of that you can say the teaching case. So you just come up with those kind of things easily. Now the question is why use cases, why to use that? So most of the time you can say the many of the students, they are you can say the inductive rather than the deductive reasoners. Inductive means they just try to learn the things you can say from the examples. They just try to have the examples. They you can say do not understand just the theory, or you can say if the concept is just defined by you, rather they just invite for some you can say the practical examples for the concept for the theories, like how that can exist in real life environment. So if a theory that is developed you can say maybe you can say the 10-year before, or maybe 5 year before, so how that is relevant enough in today's context. So if it is relevant in context of which industry, in context of you can say which country, so these kind of thing can be happened with the help of case study. You can have the different you can say the cultural context case studies. You can have the different you can say the case study for the different type of you can say the concepts. So this is for the clarity of the concept, theoretical concept purpose. And again you can say this is one of the practice that is widely you can say utilized in you can say the business schools, law schools, medical schools. So everywhere you can just find out the case studies nowadays. These are not just confined to the social sciences, rather you can just incorporate you can say the broader you can say the area of that social sciences whatsoever is the you can say the interconnected areas to the social sciences. Then again the cases can comes in many format. Teaching cases, if we talk about the teaching cases, so they can be from simple to the complex one. Very very simple kind of cases you had where they just straightforwardly define the concepts, student easily identify the question will be very very simple, they can just start relating. There can be the some complex kind of cases also, and sometime you just come up with the series of cases also. That is also possible, like one of the case that is published maybe 10 year 15 year before, then you had the another case you can say. So that is also possible in terms of you can say the
Ma'am, sorry
complex.
to interrupt you, ma'am. There is one message from the participant saying they're requesting you to share the full screen so that it will be visible clearly.
All right, all right, all right.
Thank you, ma'am. Sorry for the interruption.
So now screen is visible. I have just make my screen full screen. Is that visible now?
Not yet, ma'am. You can do the slide share mode.
Okay, I'll just try one more time.
Ma'am, you can. There is no icon like the board, no? Ma'am? Yeah.
So it was visible. Now it is visible.
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'll increase the font size because what happened in MS Team, sometime once we just make the screen full screen, so it is not visible to the some
Okay.
participants.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
So I'll just increasing the font size. So now it
Okay.
looks better. I increase the font size.
Okay. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. So that was for the you can say from the perspective like why to use the cases we were discussing. And again you can say at the end of the case, teaching based case, you had some case assignments, like one of the sample format I discussed with you in terms of teaching notes. So in teaching notes you definitely have some you can say the question in terms of assignment, that is for the student learning purpose, that's for the learning outcome, student learning outcome. So those open-ended questions are answered by students, and they had the multiple, you can say the answer for the one single question. So this is how you can just actively engage your audience in terms of solution to find out the you can say the you can say the as many as solution you had for a one particular context, and you can come up to the best possible solution also. Like what is the best possible solution for you can say the open-ended question number one, two, so on and so forth. So that is one of the way. How do you engage? Apart from that, you can say this case teaching, you can say just try to enhance learning by engaging student. So you can say the student engagement tools we are talking, you can say every day we are talking in context of how do we engage the students, how do we impart you can say the active learning on the part of the student. So this is one of the way, like learning by engaging the student. They will be engaging inside the class, you can say start taking the interest also, and they will be practically and theoretically learning something, right? They will be thoroughly reading the cases. They just try to you can say they just try to match up the concept with the case context also, and they just try to have some you can say the practical learnings also out of that case. So this is how you can just actively connect the student with the course content. So connection of the student with the course content, this is specifically for you can say the student who you can say who look for certain example for every concept. So you may find out you can say these type of student inside your class. So there are you can say always such a student inside the class, those who always you can say asking in terms of you can say few examples. Like you start teaching, so so they ask immediately like what can be the example for that particular you can say the concept. So this is one of the you can say the best way, like you complete your you can say the concept first. You just try to have the theoretical understanding in terms of you can say the student, like how do they just go through the different theories, different you can say the concept. Then at the end, once you can say the cover up that concept, you can come up with one particular case study. So you can say on that particular concept. So this is something you can ask from the student, like what you teach, so how do they just relating in terms of the case study. Then so that's about the student, how do you connect the student with the course content. And yeah, again you can say these teaching case study, they just you can say focus on the facts, they just focus on the theories, they focus on you can say the specific concepts. So this is specifically defined in terms of you can say the you can say the teaching notes also, like what theory you need to just cover up, what concept you can say on what concept this case study is based on, for what particular course this case study will be suited, right? So these kind of thing you can just align. And again you can say this is something you can say with the help of case study, the difference is that the active learning promotes deeper understanding. Once they have the active learning, so they just try to you can say understanding the things you can say you can say more thoroughly, more deeply. So they are, start understanding the things, they just start relating but they you can say discuss in terms of case study what are the learning outcomes, student learning outcome. They just start relating that outcome in terms of you can say their own understanding about the you can say the course you can say concept. So that's about the deeper understanding we are talking here. So that is one of the you can say the one of the active engagement way, how do you engage your students. Now the next thing is why if I use cases, why there is a requirement to use the cases. So So why there is a requirement to integrate, you can say, the teaching based case study approach inside your, you can say, the curriculum. If you are designing your curriculum, or during the curriculum development, why there is, you can say, the requirement, why do you using the cases? So cases are the interesting one, and they are the real one. They are, you can say, they just try to showcase the real life situation, the practical situation to the students. So you can say, if you want to, you can say, impart the practical, you can say, the knowledge, or maybe the practical understanding to your students, so definitely you need to just abide with the cases. Be an instructor, you need to be with the cases. Then to make your course content relevant to the student, so at the end of the day, you need to have some, you can say, the, you can say, the teacher, the teaching learning outcome. So at the end of the day, you need to just come up with the outcomes, like what are the outcomes of a particular course. So that can be easily justified in terms of, you can say, the course content. You can say, you can align your course content with some specific cases. Then you can discuss inside your, you can say, the class, maybe the part of discussion, maybe the part of assignment. So that is one of the way how do you just, you can say, integrating the relevant course content with your, you can say, inside your class. And it's all about the application part. It's all about, you can say, how do you applying the concept and theories practically. So theoretically you can just, you can say, just define it to the students, like what the concept is, what the theory is, who has pioneered that concept, what the concept is all about. It is, you can say, based on what the theory is all about, how it is related to that particular course. Now you can say the application part will come through the case study. You can have a particular case study on a particular theory or a concept. So if you have a multiple theories inside your course, you have a, you can say, the multiple concepts. So for every concept you can go for at least, you can say, the one single case study. So that is how you can just incorporate. And this is something which just try to, you can say, enforce the responsibility for their learning, student responsibility. They will become more responsible. They will be, you can say, learning via engaging. So this is how the learning outcome will take place on the part of the student, responsibility for learning. Case learning contributed to their subsequent successes. So while just, you can say, learning through the real life based cases, they will be, you can say, contributing something in terms of the, you can say, the different solutions. They just try to have the debate, they just try to have the arguments, cross arguments. So every counter argument, you can say, contributed something in terms of their, you can say, the learning. So in terms of their learning outcomes, so this will, you can say, leads to the overall success in the, you can say, the later career. They just try to have the understanding of the concept, more knowledge about the concept. They just try to develop, you can say, the different sort of skills. They had, you can say, they just come up with the analytical skills, maybe the writing skills, maybe, you can say, the debate kind of things, or maybe sometime you can say the listening skills also. So that's all about, you can say, the communication skills they had. Now this is something about how the case study method is consistent with the teaching philosophy. Like, if you have some teaching philosophy, so how do you just, you can say, make your teaching philosophy consistent with the case study method. So you can say, in the higher education system, if you talk about the higher education, so you can say one of the important objective is to empower your student. Yeah, the one of the objective is the student empowerment. So that's the, one of the major goal of every, you can say, the higher education institutions, or maybe the higher education universities. So how do you just empower your student? If you just make them, you can say, engaged, you just invite them, you can say, to come up with the different sort of skills, to have the analysis in terms of cases. So these are something, you can say, where you just inviting every, you can say, the student, right? So whether, you can say that belongs to any category, that student is shy, or that student is, you can say, not at all, you can say, the extrovert, maybe the introvert, right? So every student you just try to engage as a part of you can say the case discussion, maybe in a group. So that is a best practice. Once you just start discussing, you can say, case study in a group rather than just go for individually, or sometime you just ask you can say individually also, you can say from the student, like what they think in terms of solution. So this is about you can say act responsibly. They just try to act responsibly every time. So if you just assign them one case study, maybe on individual basis, on group or on group basis, and you just let them know that this is the part of their you can say the assessment criteria, or maybe this is the part of their you can say the you can say the participation is must for the assessment purpose. So they just act responsibly. They just come with some preparation. They just try to you can say take those case studies very seriously. And again, with the help of this case study, you can apply the you can say the collection of the concept or the facts, the different facts. And you can say you can facilitate the student to learn the new situations. How do they just react in a particular situations, maybe in the emerging situation, how the learning will take place in the you can say those situations. So that's about the integrating knowledges. So how do you integrate the knowledge from the you can say the real life events or maybe the experiences? So this is one of the way. How do you just incorporating that? Now another thing can be how the cases you can say work in the classes where the teacher want you can say students. So it will just best suited in these classes where your you can say the you can say the learning outcome will be in terms of these things. You want to sharpen the skills of your student, the qualitative, quantitative. You want to have your student to come up with these sort of skills. So you need to abide with the case study. Definitely you need to integrate case study in your courses. You want to increase the ability to use the new concept and informations. If your you can say the learning objective in terms of your course is like that, you want to have some new concepts. You want to you can say facilitate your student ability to use new sort of information. So you need to incorporate the case study. Listening or you can say communication ability. You want to develop the communication ability. So you need not to have the separate you can say the pdb classes or all those kind of things, so that you can say all those purpose will be settled down in terms of you can say the case studies. Once you have one particular case study, you will assign one case study to one group. Similarly, you will divide your entire class into the several groups. You will assign you can say the number of case study to a particular you can say maybe for one group one case study, another group another case study that is related to some other concept of the syllabus. So this is how at one way you can just complete all the concept of the syllabus also, and you can develop their skill part also, because in group they are learning better. And you can say the outcome of the group you can say will be you can say whatever you can just have you can say expect the outcome in terms of individual performance. So in a group they can just perform betterly. They will act responsibly. And in a group you can just divide entire class. Maybe you can say a group of 4 to 5 student. And whatever student you had in a particular group, you can assign you can say that many question in terms of case study. If you have in a one group you can say the 4 students, so at least just try to have 4 question in the case study. So you can say the every student will be discuss at least one question. So in group they will you can say try to learn something. So that's about the learning part. Reasoned argument, they come up with the arguments, they come up with the cross questions, maybe the cross arguments. So there should be some reasoning behind that them. So why they are in favor, why they are in against, you can ask them. You can ask in terms of you can say the theory, you can ask in terms of you can say the content you cover. Why they are just saying that? Because in theory you just studied that, you just you can say taught to the student that. So you can just have the reasoning also. You can ask the reason also from the student. Develop a response, responsive behavior. It will facilitate responsive behavior. Solution to problem, hypothetical solution. So you can say you can have the role play sort of things in terms of case study, where you just try to have the solution in terms of you can say the problems. So that is again one of the thing. consequences of decision you can say investigate, you can examine what can be the possible you can say the consequences of a particular decision. So what are the possible you can say the solution in terms of decision, what is the best solution in terms of decision, and what will be the you can say the consequences of that. So you can discuss in terms of these things. So here comes the good practices in terms of teaching and learning. So that is specifically confined to the case-based, you can say the study approach. Case study, you can say the teaching approach. Once you integrating in as a part of your curriculum. So what are the good practices you are looking in terms of you can say the teaching and learning. So it facilitate a contact between the student and the faculty. So you can engage your student. They have their own learning outcomes, and instructor can go for you can say the accomplishment of the academic agenda with the help of different cases. So one of the justified way, how do you just practically come up with the solution in terms of different cases. Reciprocity and cooperation among students. So it also facilitate you can say the they will just work in a group, they will work more productively, more effectively. You had the you can say the case study in terms of you can say the group assignments, in terms of group projects. Active listening, they will become active listeners. They try to engage inside the class, they just try to become the active learners. It provides you the feedback on performance. So if it you can just you can say have some you can say the assessment criteria, you just let your student know on the very first day, the participation is must, this will be one of the component for their assessment. So maybe in terms of assignment, or maybe in terms of public presentation, so you can incorporate the case study in terms of you can say those component, assessment component. So you just provide you can say feedback in terms of their public performance. Time on task. So this is something which is you can say the time based task. So it takes some time. You will distributing the different you can say the cases to the different groups. They will come up with the you can say the preparation, and they have the discussion, they had the you can say the debate over the cases. So it's a you can say they're not confined to a one day activity, it will take time, it's a task, you can say the time based task. Communicate high expectations. So once you just circulate, or you can say once you distribute the cases in groups, they start taking interest in that. Everybody inside the class, they will engage actively, and one group will discuss particular case assigned to that group students. Other, you can say the rest of the student can have the counter questions from that particular group. They have to justify in terms of you can say the concept, in terms of you can say the theories you have just taught inside the class on that particular case. So this is one of the way how you can just improve student with the you can say the high self expectations. And again you can say you can have the diverse talent and the different way of learning. So diversity you can just invite in terms of case study. Everybody you can just engage inside your class. So why be a case teacher? The next thing, why you need to become a case teacher. If you want to you can say the case teacher will be the one who just want to become committed to the student learning. So they just focus on the student learning, rather than you can say the merely teaching, the you can say the professors type teaching. So if you don't want to indulge in that sort of practices, just go to the class, had some you can say the professor based teaching, and that's all, you will be just cover up your you can say the curriculum like that. So if you want to just come up with some practical things, you want to invite you can say the solution from your student, what can be the real problems in terms of you can say the curriculum concepts, maybe related to the theories, maybe related to the content, the course content. So in that case you need to just be with the case study. So this generation, if we will be talking about this generation of students, so they are you can say looking forward towards to the more you can say the you can say those kind of teaching learning tools which are more engaged and more emerging one. So once we talk about those kind of you can say the pedagogy in terms of teaching, so they asking in terms of case studies. So they are interesting enough, you can say, to read those case study, to have some analysis in terms of their own solutions. So if the student stuff is like that, so if we talk about, you can say the recent time generation students, so you can say, keeping in mind those students, you can say, you need to be a case teacher. So there is a requirement to become a case teacher. And again, you can say the case study is one who just try to help the student to develop these skills, the different sort of skills we discuss. And this is something which just try to, you can say, concentrate on creating curious, critical, reflective, self-starting members. So these are the, you can say the, you can say outside, you can say inside your class, you can find out who are the curious one, who are the pioneer one, who will be just starting with the case, who will be closing the case. If it is you can say not a group based assignment, if you just go inside the class, you will distributing one case, and you will be just start discussing that case with the entire class. So that is how you can just find out the different, you can say the members. And again, they start recognize their own responsibility in terms of, you can say, quality of knowledge, like what they need to learn, how do they just incorporate in terms of, you can say, the quality of the knowledge. So this is one of the way. And again, there is a, you can say, you can say there is a, one of the article who just defined, you can say, that one of the study conducted in oil company, they just concluded that student just retain 10% of what they read, 26% what they hear, 30% what they see, 50% what they see as well as hear, 70% what they say, 90% what they say and do. So if it come to the saying and doing, so most of the time they just have the, you can say, the major learnings that will comes out of their own, you can say, whatever they contributing in terms of their own, whatever they saying, whatever they doing. So 70%, or you can say the 90%, most of the time the 90% will come out of that. So if you want to have, you can say the, the student learning in terms of, you can say the, majority of the percentage, so you need to be with the case study, because you can say the 90% will come what they say and do. So case study is one of the way where you can just engage the students. They will come up with their own, you can say the, you can say their own possible solutions for a particular, you can say, the real life problem. So they start saying, they just start relating in terms of concept theories, and they just start doing the things accordingly, doing in terms of, you can say, the role playing or other sort of, you can say, the practical practices you had in terms of, you can say, the case study discussion. So that's a one of the way. And again, discussion teaching is an art of managing spontaneity. If you want to manage your, you can say, the classroom environment spontaneously, so you need to guide with the discussion teaching. That is only possible with the case study teaching method. And it's an art of, you can say, requiring every teacher to achieve a dual instructional competency. So you need to have the dual instruction competency. Dual instructional competency means where you will have, you can say, the two sided communication. Teach, you can say, the teaching and learning environment. So teacher to the learner, that's the student. So this is again one of the important saying that was published in the Harvard Business School. You can say, so one of the way, how do you just start relating. And the case study is one with the help of which you just, you can say, you make your student, you can say, responsibility, to take the responsibility. They just start taking responsibility. So this responsibility may be difficult to appreciate at the first. If you just started with the case study, you will, you can say, difficult to judge in terms of how do they just taking the responsibility. But you can say effective preparation is required in terms of, you can say, the appreciation. So that's the preparation on the part of the student we are, you can say, talking here. They need to prepare the case very thoroughly. They need to be, you can say, have a, you can say, the complete reading of the case, sometimes the rereading of the case. They need to align the case in terms of, you can say, the course context, but you can say the concept you want to, you can say, outline with the help of that course. They need to understand in the same way. So this is about the classroom encounters. So how do you encountering the classroom? So that require a great deal of energy from the instructor perspective we are talking here. So once you just interacting with your student, so that interaction will be you can say confined to a great deal of energy. And you can say if you want to just make that you can say the encounter, that interaction more you can say the interactive one, more engaged one, so you need to be with the case studies. So that is again one of the way why you need to just have the case study as a part of your curriculum. So these are the you can say the few areas where the case method work well, where you need to just have you can say the case method, or maybe the teaching based cases. So if the problem is ill defined, if problem is not defined, you can say on that sort of problem you can have a particular teaching based case. Thinking and communicating on one's fit. So case study is based on you can say the narrative kind of you can say the storytelling kind of thing. But again, you need to just describe from somebody else's perspective, right? So maybe if there is some company specific case, that is in context of some you can say the real life problem that is encountered in a particular you can say the company, in context of a company. So what you will do, rather than you can say becoming the very very sympathetic, you need to you can say go with the empathic solutions. You need to have your own fit you can say in the shoe of another. You need to think from the perspective of if you will be the CEO, you will be the manager of you can say that company, or maybe if you will be at the top leading position, so what you will do. So that is how you can just have the you can say the logical thinking, analytical thinking in terms of that for the real life solutions. So this will help the student for later on in their career. So once they start thinking analytically, once they had that sort of platform in terms of case study inside the classroom, they had that learning environment in terms of case study. So you can say the different sort of skill they will start developing. They just try to you can say learn about the communication skills. They learn about the analytical thinking. So these sort of skills they will be try to you can say learn. Writing skills, if you have a case study as a part of assignment, so they just write out they just try to learn out these sort of skills also. Community building. So this is one of the way how do you just build up the community of the student. So that's about the teacher student community we are talking here. The higher education you can say the community, the different you can say the actors inside that community. Maybe you can say how do you just you can say developing the skills, how do you just engaging your students. So that's all about that. So it's all about the subject matter knowledge. How do you imparting the you can say the knowledge of a particular subject matter. How you just bringing that knowledge. So here comes how do you preparing your student for the case study. So preparation will matter. You need to change your way of teaching. You need to have you can say the case study you can say inside your classroom as a part of your you can say the curriculum. And you need to you can say let your student know about the thing like participation will be the crucial one. That will be evaluated based on some criteria. You can have your own criteria. In the upcoming slide we will see few of the criteria like how do you judge that. Access to the same material. You need to ensure that they need to have the access to the case study related material. Maybe if there are some you can say the assignment related readings, or there are some you can say the videos, or there are some other you can say the complementary material will be required, so that must be accessible to the students. So it's provide a plenty of opportunities to the student to learn. Specifically it's a you can say altogether you can say the engagement, and you can say the student learning platform. In a one simple word if I'll define that's about the student learning platform. So here comes the preparation strategy. Define your terms. So you need to define your own terms, like what proportion of the course, how do you cover what proportion in what way. You need to provide some weightage to you can say the different components. The terms here will be the different components of your you can say the course. like that can be the examination, the percentage given to the examination based on their writing part, maybe oral examination, then assignments, then to the presentations, then to the projects, or another thing can be in terms of case studies also. So it's one of the way that will offer, you can say, the wise counsel. You will counseling your student. So once we talk about the student counseling, so you can say there is one of the you can say a very interesting article that is available on the same. You can just go with the same. How do you have the analysis and preparation in terms of case study? So you can just you can say go with this article. So here they just defines few guidelines in terms of counseling. How do you have the counseling of the student in terms of their preparation? Another thing can be provide the clear incentives, incentive in terms of their participation. What will be the participation? What will be the weightage to the participation? If it is a group project, if it is an individual project, and you can define in terms of, you can say, the three different component, like what the preparation is all about in terms of course, how do they need to speak, how do they need to listen, yeah, you can say these sort of things you can develop. So in terms of, you can say, the student preparation incentive, once we talk about the incentive, so they confined to the evaluation criteria. How do you assigning the marks? How do you judging their public presentation, maybe individual presentation? So here comes some evaluation forms. You can have some sort of forms like that. So let me just make a screen. Is that visible now? I increase. I make my screen full screen. Is that visible? Okay, let me increase just the font size. Yeah. So that's about the first type of evaluation form. Class participant
Ma'am,
participation.
ma'am,
Yes.
there is one
Yes.
student who's raised their hand. We will allow them to unmute and ask. So you can
All
unmute
right.
yourself.
All right. Okay. Let me check in the participants list.
Miss Varsha, Dr. Varsha, you can kindly unmute and ask your question. And ma'am, if you can increase the font size a little.
Yes, Dr. Barsha, you can go ahead with your question. You want to ask something?
Ma'am, she is not unmuting. I think you can continue, ma'am.
All right. All right. So I was just discussing about a few evaluation, self-evaluation, like the class participation. If you want to judge the class participation, so you can have this type of, you can say, the evaluation form, like the name of the student, attend the classes regularly or not, preparing, you can say, in terms preparation in terms of, you can say, the study material before the class, listening to the others. So these can be the different criteria which you can just you can say provide weightage in terms of, you can say, how do they attending, how do they preparing in terms of case study, how do they listen, how do they speak. So that's about the different sort of skills you can just incorporate. And in terms of element, you can just provide, you can say, this type of, you can say, the assessment system. Another sort of, you can say, the you can say the self evaluation, case analysis question. For the case analysis question, in terms of the different question, the open ended question, that's a part of your, you can say, the teaching note. So you can assign, you can say, the weightage in terms of this, like the name of the student, participation score, how much they had the score, name of the case itself, your self evaluation, your goal for the next case, what is your goal. And this is something you will ask from the student side. Or maybe if you have a, you can say, the case that is, you can say, allocated in some group basis, so you can ask from the co-group student for one particular student. You had a group of 4 students, you ask for one student from the rest of 3 members. How do they just having the evaluation in terms of you can say the self group evaluation, in terms of you can say the agenda for the next case, and here the instructor evaluation itself. Another can be you can say the peer evaluation form. So this is for the peer and self evaluation form. If you have the case study in terms of you can say the team based case study. So team based case study, you can provide some like a type scale for the same. You can providing you can say the rating from 1 to 5. You can just you can say define like 0 stand for do not, if they did not participate. 1 stand for clearly lacking preparation and input, and if you score 3.5, 4.55, so what it all you can say all about. So 1 to 5, name of the student, their score, explanation why do you give that number to the student, then team member, other team member. So you can say accordingly you had the score for the each and every team member with the explanation. So at the end of the day, once you start assessing them for their participation, so this form will let you let the things you can say easiest for the instructor. This is for the participation experience inventory. You can develop the participation in experience inventory also. So you can say in terms of the few questions, I have asked question in the class, participatory inventory. This is based on the classroom related experience. You need to circulate, you can say you can say among the student, and you need to know the involvement in the activities. What are the student involvement in the activities? They ask the question, they you can say ask the instructor before and after the class any question. So based on this, neverly, rarely, sometimes, frequently, how many questions they asked as a part of one single case study. So this sort of you can say inventory you can develop for every student, or maybe for a particular group, you can say to whom you are assigning a particular case. So you assign a case for you can say, let's say in a particular class, 1 day class, to 4 or 5 students, so you can have inventory for those individually, 4 or 5 students. So these are the few of the things you can prepare in terms of you can say a course, participation experience inventory. Another thing you can say part B, as a part of part B, your experience of participant in other classes. You can say what is your altogether experiences in terms of question when the instructor says something. So how do they understand that, and how do they overall participate? You can say in terms of question, maybe the cross question, maybe the counter arguments, and they are inclined to the participation in the class or not. These sort of things you can have, and other information you can have, these sort of information. So here come you can say some other you can say thing, like how do you prepare your student. So you need to just have a form in you can say the group based. That is about dividing your classes into the different groups. If you have a class of 60 student, so let's say you can see you can divide into the you can say the 5 student in per group, and you can have you can say you can say the 12 different group for the same. So this is how among the 12 group you can come up with the 12 different case studies. So you can just divide your class. You can say the timing. The first half you will be completing the you can say the particular concept, and for the next half you will be inviting the student to discuss over the case. Here comes the few guidelines in terms of student preparation. They need to read the case meticulously, very thoroughly. They need to be with the case, quickly read the case, need to make a brief outline. They need to come up with the preliminary goals, reread the case study if required. They need to come up with the problem. They need to work upon that problem, and they need to have some you can say the answers with respect to that you can say the problems, or maybe the assignment questions. Then they need to prepare the assignment if assignment is required, in terms of questions, in terms of concept that are related to the questions, in terms of essay writing. If you're inviting in terms of essay writing, that's a part of individual project, or maybe the evaluation, other evaluation. Another strategy of engagement, student engagement, arranging the classroom. You need to arrange the classroom setup. Maybe you can say a round of table sort of you can say the classroom, or you can have you can say the group sort of you can say the setup inside the classroom. So that is possible. You can say if you have the hybrid, or you can say the offline environment. Name tag strategy, the student come up with the you can say they can just introduce first before you can say come up with any solution before they starting, or before they saying anything, they are doing anything, so they need to highlight their name, right? So maybe the name, or maybe the roll number, or other you can say the identification criteria, getting to know you. So that's about what you want to let them know in terms of you can say the course. So in terms of course, you just try to align the case in terms of course. So get your student know about those you can say the concept of the courses using the syllabus. So that's about you need to utilize your syllabus in terms of you can say the course you can say in terms of case selection. Whatever case you are picking, whatever case you are selecting, that will be altogether you can say based on your syllabus only. So they must be based on the syllabus, they must be based on you can say the core concept of the syllabus, you can say the theories that are you can say the part of that syllabus. So they must come out of that only. Try this before you distribute the course to the syllabus. Ask them you can say to form the pairs to make the group themselves. So you can allow your you can say the student to have their teams based on their comfort zone, or sometime you can have the their teams be an instructor yourself. You can just divide based on you can say the chronological sequences. So that is you can say how do you just come up with these things. So this is something you can say with the help of which you can just facilitate the active learning. You can engaging all the student inside the class, creating the climate. That's about the discussion, that's about the debate, that's about the you can say the skill learning skills, and you can say the climate. Just do it. You need to incorporate the concept of just do it. So not for the sake of discussing a case, but to learn something out of that, to have some outcome out of you can say that case. Progress through learning curves. You can say let your audience to have the progress through learning curves. They need to be the real one with some role play or these kind of techniques. Breadcrumb method. So that can be the puzzler or big bang methods. These are the few methods, specific methods which you can just apply as a part of your case study. You come up with some you can say the dilemmas. You had the puzzler, they need to solve that. You had you can say the straightforward narrative case, you need to invite them to have some solution breadcrumb. Then big bang theory, they need to come up with that sort of solution in terms of the theory. Now, just you can say apart from the student preparation, preparing to teach a case, you also be an instructor need to prepare for the case. So you need to prepare on the three different levels, several levels. You can see you need to prepare substance. You can say substance. How do you aligning the learning objective with the case? What are the learning objective of the course? Every course will have some learning objective. So you need to align the learning objective with the cases. Discussion path, what will be altogether you can say the point of discussion, but you need to discuss in terms of core content, in terms of you can say the key theories, in terms of you can say the you can say the theoretical and managerial frameworks. Students, know your audience. So that's about who are the participants. They are the higher education, you can say the student. They are the UG student, PG student, PhD scholars. So you can say know your audience. You need to know your audience. And here comes the learning outcome goals. Apart from you can say these three level, you need to you can say you need to just you can say have the learning outcome goals. This is about the teaching learning outcome goals. So teaching learning outcome goals you can say based on the three criteria. One is about the knowledge. So you need to share something in terms of your core knowledge as a part of case study. You need to be familiar with the you can say what you know in the that particular discipline, subfields related to that discipline. You need to provide the opportunity to your student to explore something with the solution. Skill competency, that is another goal. teaching learning outcome goal, which you can just facilitate with the help of case study. So this is how once you integrating the you can say the teaching based case study into the curriculum, so you can just facilitate these type of goals. You can just fulfilling these type of, you can say, teaching learning goals. Skill competency, different sort of skills: communication, critical thinking. Another skill, you can say the statistical computer use, you can say the learning skills. And apart from, you can say, the knowledge and you can say the skill competency, another goal can be, you can say, the attitude. You can measure the attitude of the student. How do they feel about, you can say, a particular discipline, you can say a particular course, the content of the course, its application part, how they learn out of that course. So this is something which you can just easily judge with the help of, you can say, case study. So here comes preparing to teach a case study, the case selection and the placement. You need to be very, very careful while the selection. You need to be with the teaching case studies only, not the research based case study, and placing the right, you can say, the case study for the right type of, you can say, the course, or maybe for the right type of, you can say, the concept. Speaking of the syllabus, let them know your, you can say, student about the syllabus, about a course, its core courses, and how do you just have the different cases for the core courses. Now here comes how do you running the case. केस को जो है आप particularly कैसे जो है एक क्लास में जो है रन करोगे. So first comes the questions. So these can be the different sort of question you have in terms of, you can say, the teaching learning goals. You need to ask your student what is the situation, what are the possible actions, what are the consequences. You can ask them in terms of actions they need to taken, principle and concept they have learned out of that, you can say, from the analysis. So this will just facilitate student in terms of, you can say these things. And again, there are few examples like teaching learning goal and the question you will had for the same. If you have like to initiate the conversation to create the comfort zone for the student preparation, if your goal is to, you just start with the case, so soft question you need to just target. To practice or define the rule for productive participation, you want to practice some rules. So you need to be, you can say, asking the question, keep on asking the question for, you can say, the descriptive, you can say the case narrative based. If you want to begin to generate analysis, you want to have some analysis, so you need to just go with these kind of question: how, why, was this action appropriate, what was the action, why this was action, these sort of, you can say, the W family questions. To move to evaluation, so here comes the different type of opinion thoughts. You want to encourage the prediction, so that comes through, you can say, the different sort of consequences, like what sort, you can say, what could be the different sort of consequences. So here comes the different sort of question that you can had as a part of your, you can say, the typology. Open ended, diagnostic, so you could see, you can say, what sort of question you can indulge. Informational question can be there. Challenges, in terms of challenging question can be there. Action based question can be there in the case study. Priority and sequence based question can be there. Then prediction based questions, hypothetical, there can be some extension questions, generalization based on comprehension, application based on comparison, synthesis. So these can be altogether, you can say, the different sort of, you can say, the questions. And apart from that, there are some other, you can say, the evaluation form you need to know. You can say, like the participant evaluation, if you want to evaluate your participant while, you can say, running the case. So this can be the form, like in terms of delivery, in terms of content, in terms of context. You can provide some grade and comment, maybe the number or maybe the grades. So these will be the three criteria: delivery, content, and context. For group communication, if they communicate in, you can say, the group base, they participate in group base, so you can have this kind of form. Like you can go for the group task competencies, like how do they define and analyzing the problem, that was the excellent, satisfactory, unsatisfactory. You can provide the score here. Identification, problem identification criteria. Generate solution, which sort of solution they generate. How do they evaluate solution? Maintain task focus, how do they just you can say, maintain the focus in terms of, you can say, the time based task. Managing the conflicts, how do they just manage the conflicts? The dilemma of the problems. Maintain climate. That's about the case climate. Maybe you can say the decorum of the class itself. Now here comes the class discussion evaluation form. So if you have the discussion inside the class, so you can just have the evaluation form in terms of this minimum requirement checklist. You can go for other, you can see the rating sheets like the organization member involvement, class discussions. You can go with this. Group process evaluation you can do on the basis of preparedness, how much they are preparing, how thorough they are in terms of, you can say their, you can say the facts and figure, how effective they are in terms of presentation, communication, you can say arguing the things, connections, what sort of connection they had in terms of, you can say maybe the intergroup or you can say intra group. This is about peer evaluation of panel presentation. If you had the panel presentation, you can say in terms of peer evaluation. So the form will be like this. So इसमें जो है rating system you can introduce 1 to 5 scale. You can ask the question in terms of these things. So these are the few sample questions. And you can have the peer evaluation of the you can say panel management, continuing with the you can say the different groups based on the you can say the number of questions, as many as question you can just incorporate. So that's depend on, you can say the instructor itself. So just be with the you can say the time frame of the you can say the allotted slot. At the last I just let you know about you can say the few sources which you just utilize in terms of, you can say the cases. Once you just try to integrate the cases as a part of your curriculum, as a part of your course. So here comes the student preparation strategy. Once you just let your student to prepare to learn with the cases, so you can just go with these two guidelines. I'll just provide you after the session. There is one of the very important two articles on the same. One is by Van Trick case preparation guideline for the student. So they have just come up with the altogether, you can say the integrated guideline. How do you can say the student prepare in terms of cases? So before your you can say the case discussion, you can just let your student know about you can say how do they just prepare. Then another is about you can say the learning with cases. So these are the two guidelines. You can say they are just pioneered by the two different authors. So I'll just share that PDF with you. You can just go with the PDF, and that's just hardly confined to 5 to 6 pages PDF. So there are some guidelines in terms of, you can say the case study preparation by the students. So once you're integrating into your curriculum, so let your student to prepare you can say either with the you can say this one or this one. So be an instructor, you can go with this. And here comes you can say the few sources which you can utilize, you can say in terms of from where you can integrate the cases into your curriculum. So you can have the Emerald Cases Hub, you can utilize that. There is a you can say altogether complete case hub in the Emerald. You had the e-case collection in that hub, you can utilize that. So apart from the e-cases, you can go with the you can say this one also, the South Asian Journal of Business and Management. So once we talk about the Emerald, so in Emerald there are you can say the two important you can say the sources. One is about the emerging market case studies, you can go with that, and another is about the case journal. So these two are the scopus listed as well. You can go with these two, or you can go with the another one also. There is one more, that is the case for women and content. These are the three you can say the different one. Another is about the South Asian Journal of Business and Management cases. That is from the another, you can say apart from the Emerald one. Then Asian Journal of Management cases, you can refer that also. So this is for the you can say once you just try to integrate cases in terms of your curriculum, or you want to just publish your, you can say the cases in these journals, so you can just refer you can say in any case. So these two are the from the Sage publications. So they are also, you can say the equally important. And apart from that, you can also have your sign up, you can say if very quickly I just try to showcase you. There is one more, you can say source where you can have access to the you can say the teaching based you can say the case studies. You can have the access, you can integrate those you can say cases into your curriculum once you had the access. So very quickly just let me open that and share that screen with you. Meanwhile, I'm just opening my screen. If you have any questions, so any question from the participants, that is most welcome.
Ma'am, they have requested for the share of PPT from your end because of the requirement of assessment at the end of the session, ma'am. So that is why
All right,
I
all right.
request you to share your PPT with us.
All right, all right. I'll share my PPT along with the other study material, like how you let your student to prepare about the cases and all. So the PDF I've just discussed, and the other sources I'll just you can say share with the you can say the coordinator.
Yes, ma'am, and definitely, ma'am. Thank you. And if you have any questions to be asked to the participants, you can utilize this time for the same as well.
Yes. So let me share one more thing. Um, Another screen I'm just sharing with you. That's from the Harvard Business Publishing. That's from the um, is that window is visible? Just let me know. Harvard Business Publishing window is
Yes, ma'am.
visible. All
Yes,
right.
ma'am. Yes.
So this is again one of the source you can utilize to have the different cases from the Harvard, and not from the Harvard, but you had some other you can say the around B schools like Ivy and other B schools. So you may find out you can say the you can say the case study on the various courses here. So you need to just register yourself on this Harvard Business Publishing, be an instructor. Then you need to have the access over you can say the different sorts of you can say the different number of cases, and this is freely accessible. You can have the access out of this. You need to just have the register. You can find out the educator copy. You can have the teaching note for the same also. And if you are not having the subscription, you can say for the same, you are just want to utilize on some freely basis, so you had some limited sort of cases that's confined to you can say maybe you can say the some cases on you can say monthly basis, not very much cases you can access, but you can just download a few cases. But yes, again, this is a freely available you can say the source to you, so you need to just register as an instructor. You need to just go with the you can say the course you want to enroll here, the courses you will you can say teach, and you can find out the case study relevant to those courses here from the various B schools, and you can say integrate those courses, you can say the cases into your course. So you can have a you can say the glance of cases here. Like here I have just enrolled it for the you can say the marketing related course. So they just try to showcase you can say the number of cases with that streams. So you can find out, you can say for any course they had you can say for the any course. So this is again one of the source you can utilize for the how do you integrating you can say the cases for your curriculum. So you need to just identify the you can say the concept, just the concept and the theory you want to you can say let your audience, let your students to learn, and you can accordingly integrate that into your curriculum. So now with this, it's over from my side. So if you have any questions, so please you are most welcome for the same. Any question from the participant side?
Participants, if you wish to ask any questions, I kindly request you to raise your digital hand so that we can give you the access to ask your questions. Ma'am, they are replying saying they have no questions as yet.
All right.
Ma'am, can we close the session?
Yes, yes, you can go ahead.
On behalf of AICTE, Atal Academy, and St. Joseph's College of Commerce, the organizing committee extends our heartfelt gratitude for taking your valuable time off in sharing your thoughts on case study in curriculum development. I'm sure the session has enriched our thoughts in various ways in bringing a case study analysis into teaching. Thank you, ma'am. And dear participants, kindly note tomorrow the first session will begin sharp at 9:30 a.m. You are all expected to join the meeting at least 5 minutes in prior to the scheduled time. And kindly use the login credentials provided by us for the ease of attendance record. Thank you. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, participants.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, Deepika, ma'am.
Dr. Shampi, thank you so much for accepting our invitation. And am I audible, Dr. Shampi?
Yes, yes, Dr.
Yeah,
Deepika, you
yeah.
are.
Yeah. Thank you so much for accepting this invitation of ours. And the team was appreciating that ma'am is continuously speaking from 2 hours like that. So thank you so much for this.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, participants. Thank you, coordinator. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Participants, please make a note that for getting your certificates, as you are aware that your 80% attendance is compulsory towards this program and 60% of marks there into the assessment test, which will happen on the last day, right? And feedback has to be given directly to the AICT portal. However, I'm sending you one feedback form, which is mandatory for you people to fill, and it is been noticed that when you are not in session, then also you are filling that a form. Yeah, Miss Margaret, I think you have some query. You can unmute yourself. We have given you the access.
Yeah, ma'am, I just wanted to know regarding the assessment test.
Yeah.
Is it a quiz kind of an MCQ kind or?
It will be an MCQ kind of test, right?
Okay.
Which is, yeah, which I have already communicated in one of the emails. So tomorrow I'll explain you everything about that, that how it will
Right.
happen, when it will happen. So immediately after valedictory on the last day, that is on 29th, so we will have a very short valedictory, okay? And immediately after that, you will have a test and which will, how many questions will be there and all that I'll tell you. And
Right, ma'am. Thank
by
you so
that
much.
people will also share their questions with us, so it will be from their sessions only.
Thank you.
Any other query, participants?
Ma'am, this is Shisha. I have just one query. Can I?
Yes, please continue.
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, I want to know how do I give feedback on the Atal platform. I'm just not getting that.
Tomorrow, when you will have your last session, at that time
Hmm.
I'll give you elaborated, full comprehensive idea about that how you should give your feedback over there, like, because
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so
yeah,
much, ma'am.
that we I have made a note of that what has to be communicated to you all participants there in the end.
Sure.
So two things are very important. One is your 80% attendance,
Understood.
second is your 60% mark, and third is
Understood.
your feedback onto the portal, right?
Thank you. Thank you
And
so much.
yeah,
Thank
whatever
you.
the you have written your name, spelling, your designation, everything there on the AICT portal, that they will consider. What you have shared with me, they will not consider that. Okay. So please make sure that your spelling and all are correct over there. Later on, if you will just, even if you will tell me, I'll not be able to help you because certificates we are not generating, as you are aware. The AICT will generate the certificate from their side. Janani, Miss Janani, do you have any
Yes,
query?
ma'am, I have a doubt. Ma'am,
Yeah,
it would be nice if you could post all the PPTs in the drive which you have
right.
opened, ma'am.
Yeah. So whatever we are getting from the resource people, we are sharing that with you. And I'm
Yes.
sure I have already informed each of these.
It will be easy for us to refer and prepare ourselves for the assessment.
I think tomorrow afternoon I'll get all the PPTs for till today's session, and certainly I'll send an email to each one of you. The
Yes,
same
ma'am.
way I'm communicating to you all, the same way you will receive all the PPTs and
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Thank you.
anyone else who have any query related to anything organizing part or related to a certificate or anything. Fine. So if you don't have any query, I think it's good to go. So today we are on time. Thank you so much for each one of you to be part of this program and joining the sessions on time. Thank you.